Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna address two things. The first one is to combine data in different sheets. I have a set of data, January here and February there, March and April in different sheets, and I want to combine them, and I put them in this sheet called combined. So I'm gonna use Power Query to complete that. The second task is also to combine text files that are in a folder using Power Query. You have data in text files and you want to combine it. As I said, the purpose of this YouTube channel is to improve productivity instead of copying and pasting, assuming you have a lot of data and transferring it to this combined sheet. It would take you a lot of time. So let's look at the productivity tip that you can use using Power Query. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go to Power Query. And if you have older versions of Excel, you can get Power Query through an add-on, and newer versions, Power Query is already incorporated. So I go to Power Query, and what I'm gonna do is, and before I go there, actually, I've converted my data into tables. So the shortcut is Control T. When you do Control T, or you come to insert, then click on this table here, which is the shortcut is Control T. You'll convert this into a table. So what I've done, I've converted all my data into tables on different sheets. So with that out of the way, let's get started. We go to Power Query. What I'm gonna first do is create connections to the Power Query for the different tables that I have. So to do that, I'm going to go to Power Query, then I'm getting my data from a table. It opens that, runs it. Then I create my connection, like so. It creates connection for January. I go create for Feb. I hope you get the idea. You say load. Then do for March. Load, create a connection, and lastly do for April. Load to create a connection. Now I've created the connections. As you can see on my right here, we have January, February, March, and April. And that is how I've created my connections. So the next thing I'm gonna do is to combine this data. So when I right click, I can see down here we have something called Append. Click on that. So we are appending two tables. The dialog shows up, which asks us, are we dealing with two tables or three or more tables? So in my case, I have 4 of them. So I select 3 or more tables, then append to. I already have January there. Need to append Feb, go here, append March, go there, append April, and say, okay. Once you do that, it appends and puts all the data into this one sheet. So you can see we have our sales representative, amount, and the month right here. So if this is all the data that we need, then the next thing is to load it back into our Excel sheet, like so. This time I'm going to say table, and down here, it wants it on a new sheet or an existing sheet. Since I have a sheet here, I need to say existing sheet, then go to my sheet and specify where I want my data to start and say OK, and say load. And once you do that, your data is loaded back to your sheet. So as you can see, it is all loaded back. The first entries here are January, the next Feb, then March, then April. So what right here, I have 20 entries, and these are, they have the same number. This is 26 of them, 6 times 4, that is 24, minus the headers, that is 20. So when you do that, we have our combined data like so. Whatever you can do here, you can format this to the data, to the date format that you want. Okay, just format here, go to date, and then select the format that you want. If not, you don't have that, you can use the custom formatting, which shows us, which gives us like so, the month and the year. Or better still, I can use this one here, which shows that. So I show this is January, this is Feb, and this is April. So this is how you can combine data from multiple sheets into one sheet, and it's more faster and more productive. That is the first approach. Now I'm going to show you the next way of combining data from files in a text file which are in a folder. That is what I'm gonna do next. These are my text files in a folder here called folder, and the different months are here: February, March, January, April, and you can see it displayed here. So what I'm gonna do is combine this text file into one Excel sheet. So I'll go to my Excel here, go to Power Query, then from Power Query, right here I have from a file. Then when I scroll down, I have from folder, click on that. Then it takes me to this dialog, which allows me to browse to my folder where my files are located. So I'm browsing right away, and they're right here in this folder. I'll say OK and say OK. So when I do that, it displays my files in this format here: content binary, and these are the different files, 4 of them, and they are all text files, as you can see. Now, right down here, we have combine, load, edit. So if I click on combine, I have combine and edit, combine and load to. So I'm gonna use the first one, which allows me to combine and gives me an opportunity to edit the file. So I pick this, then evaluating query, it shows me one of the files, how they're going to appear. This is my first file and shows you a sample. If you're happy with that, you can say OK. So I say OK. I'm happy with the presentation. Then right here, it combines the files. And you can see here it is showing my April file, my Feb, January, and March. And what it has also done is it has put, because it is getting data from a text file, it has put everything in one column. So the sales representative, the sales rep, there's a space here, there's a column for amounts, and the column for month. So everything is in one column. So the edit helps us to edit this file and say, click on that. What I want to do is I want to split this file into multiple columns. So when I right click, I have split column, and I'm gonna split by delimiter. So when I click there, and what is my delimiter? What's separating my columns? It'll be the space. I'm going to start with the leftmost delimiter. You have different options here. You can start with the right. and each occurrence of the delimiter. Here you have to be careful, because if you select this, if there are multiple spaces, it will divide each space into a separate column, which we don't want. So let's first start with the leftmost space. When I do that, you can see now I have this John in a separate column and these two in combined, and has separated those two. Let's go back and separate again. Split column by delimiter, again by space, and this time I'm going to use the most right and then say okay, and there you go. So I have my data separated in separate columns. Now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace the .text file. I say replace find. What am I finding? The .txt, and replace it by an empty space. I'm not writing anything there, and say okay. So it gives me this here. Now when I come here, the other thing I can also do is, I think it is under, I can come here. Maybe I remove this space. I can filter, remove that space, say okay. The spaces go away. I have my amounts here. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use this one, use first row as headers for now. So if I do that, my first row is headers. Now I have the under amounts, I have this word amount, and then the month, I have this word month. So what I can do is I can go back and do a filter out that amount, like so, and these ones all go away. Then since I'm happy with this, the next thing I'm going to go is to File, Load to. I'm going to select a table. Let it be on a new worksheet, no problem. Then I load my data. As you can see, my data is loaded as you wish. So this way, I have managed to get my data from a folder which has different text files into an Excel sheet. It's more efficient and takes less time than copying and pasting, because if you did that, your data will be distorted, and you also take a lot more time. Hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and see you in the next video, and have a great day.